Greetings dear friends, old and new. Dragon here once again. Not a well dragon, unfortunately. I'm still sick as a dog and things seem to be getting worse. That's why I've not been posting that much. But wanted to do a bit of a roundup of everything that had arrived in November and a wee bit of a channel update at the same time. So bear with me. Sorry about my voice. Sorry if I cough. I will try and edit around that. There's a bunch of different stuff going on just now, but let us get into the new arrivals. If it's your first time stumbling onto the channel, then do please remember to subscribe. A lot of you have. We're very close to 500, and I'm going to cover that a little bit because there's giveaways and all that sort of good stuff. Let's get into it. Okay, so first up, we are just about at the point when I'm going to announce a winner for this, the Bruce Lee Eastern Heroes Special Volume 1. Load of you have entered. Prize draw for that coming very, very soon. Thank you very much if you have already entered. If you haven't, then there's still a couple of days before I'll get around to picking a name from a hat. So do jump over and enter the competition to win this if you haven't already. Link will be at the end for that. While we're on the subject of competitions, these were two arrivals this month from 88 Films. They're two excellent releases of Shaw Brothers movies, The Chinese Boxer and Disciples of Shaolin. Both of these already have unboxing and review videos up. And there is also the competition, which a bunch of you have entered already. If you haven't entered yet, you still have a little bit of time. I've got my sealed copies here ready to send out to you. Going to be picking a winner for that very soon. I'd said it was going to be when I hit 500 subs. I did briefly hit 500 subs yesterday for about half an hour, and then a bunch of people unsubscribed. So I'm going to let this run for a little bit longer, partly just because I'm not well enough to kind of get around to doing that yet, but hopefully very, very soon. So yeah, please enter that if you haven't already. There's still a couple of days left. I'm sure eagle-eyed amongst you will have spotted on the top of that pile there these two, not really new arrivals, but kind of a new addition to the collection for me. This is not, unfortunately, releases of these two wonderful films from Criterion, but an incredibly talented graphic designer who goes by the name of Pineapples 101 has taken it upon himself to start making up covers for all the old Criterion Laserdiscs, which he makes available as free downloads through his DeviantArt page. I'll leave a link to that at the end of the video. And he made these glorious covers for The Killer and for Hard Boiled, including... he does like linear notes and stuff inside. So I basically used these to rehouse my Hong Kong rescue versions of Hard Boiled and The Killer. It's pretty cool. This kind of got me thinking, because once I did two, it made me a little bit less happy to have the old Hong Kong rescue versions of the other things that I have sitting here. So I very quickly made up my own case for Wheels on Meals, just to rehouse that version. I actually made two covers for that, so I've got a couple of different options. They're nowhere near as good as the covers that Pineapple 101 has made, but I'm not a graphic designer. And I did one for Super Cop for Police Story 3, which is just a little bit more bare bones. But yeah, it was just my Hong Kong rescue version of that. And seeing as I had a little bit of time left on my hands, I also made up one of these. This is the last Zatoichi movie, the one that's not included on the wonderful Zatoichi box set, but the artist who did the original cover art for this had put up kind of high quality, high res images of the whole artwork laid flat. So I just took a little extract of that and used that to rehouse this, which is my DVD of the 1989 Zatoichi movie. So that is that. Okay, sticking with Criterion, I got this Dragon Inn, directed by the wonderful King Hu. This goes along with A Touch of Zen, which I already had. Been holding out for this for ages and just waiting for a good enough price, but pretty stoked to have that through. And our release for the month, The Bonkers Sailor Suit and Machine Gun, directed by Shinji Somai. Pretty mad. We watched this quite recently. It's good fun, very quirky. Hard one to kind of contextualize, but yeah, worth tracking down. It's good. Then an early Bong Joon-ho movie. This is his debut, Barking Dogs Never Bite, starring Donna Bay, which normally in the UK comes as part of a box set of two, along with Memories of Murder. I ended up just getting this second hand through eBay because it was some guy was selling it on its own. Pretty cool. And a couple of old Eurekas to fill the gaps. Treyhawk's Zoo Warriors from the Magic Mountain, which has been out for ages. I just never got around to getting it. And their version of Iron Monkey, directed by Yuen Wu-ping and starring the magnificent Donnie Yen. Again, one that's been out for a long time, but just one that I hadn't tracked down. Sticking with Donnie Yen, and because I'm working on an article for a different Eastern Heroes mag just now, This is Legend of the Fist, The Return of Chen Zhen. Not a release that's new by any means. This has been out for ages and ages and ages. I think it's a couple of extras on here. Not too sure which label this is on. I think it's Epic Asia from Metrodome, who I don't know if I've got any of their other releases. Pretty good movie. One of the many appearances of the character Chen Zhen over the years. That is Donnie Yen's return to the character after, I think, after 10 or 15 years for making the Fist of Fury TV show, where he played Chen Zhen there too. We got this, which is a Third Window Films, like another second-hand release for me. This is the Insane Top Knot Detective, which I'm looking forward to checking out. Alternate cover for it. It's not a reversible cover, but it is a double disc. DVD and Blu-ray. If you've seen this already, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. It's kind of like a mockumentary. Looks like it's going to be pretty good fun. Then we have in here a very, very well wrapped second-hand film arena release. I don't normally pick up any Marvel movies, but I do really like film arena releases, and this is their version of the first Deadpool, a lenticular cover. Horribly expensive when they came out, but again, I got this as a pretty good deal. It's nice wraparound cover art. Again, I'm not really wanting to buy a lot of Marvel movies, but a bit of a soft spot for that character, and I thought the film was pretty good. And for the price that I managed to get it for, I ended up just pulling the trigger on that. Like that, and the other arrival to go alongside it was just the standard HMV exclusive of Deadpool 2. I think it's a 4-disc one, which again, not the best of movies and not a movie I would normally get, but this was, I think, one of the few movies that I saw when we were in Thailand last time, so it'll kind of always have a special place based on the fact that seeing it makes me remember Thailand, and I desperately miss Thailand. So yeah, that is it. That is the last. Oh, in fact, no, sorry, I tell a lie, there's one more. Sticking with steelbooks. These two I got together for a pretty good price. And this is the steelbooks for The Train to Busan and The Train to Busan Peninsula. There's loads of other releases of these out there, and these I just got a great deal on. Also includes the animated version Seoul Station, which is the prequel, I think, to Train to Busan. But great movies and really nice steelbooks. Not that many extra features on them, but they're ones I've been thinking of tracking down for a wee while. And guys, that is it. That is, I think, everything that arrived this month. Please remember to jump over and enter the competition to win Disciples and the Chinese Boxer if you haven't already. And remember also to enter the competition to win the Eastern Heroes Bruce Lee Special. If you haven't done that already, I will be getting ones for those done, or I'll be getting prize draws done for those very, very soon indeed. I'll also be back with a full review of the next disc on the Arrow Shawscope box set, which is going to be the wonderful Challenge of the Masters and Executioners from Shaolin, two movies I absolutely adore, both directed by Lau Garung. I'll get to that just as soon as is possible. Thank you very, very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.